I sound loud in yours?
Hello, hello. Oh, wow. Damn, you hear my voice?
You don't even have to. You can literally talk from here.
Hello? No, no. I gotta talk from here. Oh, you hear how deep that is? Well, move closer, Fabi.
Move closer to what?
The fucking dick right here. Look at it. Oh, yes. I am in. I am in.
What? What is it?
Can you guys hear it? Yeah, get a little bit far, see if you hear it. Hear it. Yes? All right, it's working. We are live.
All
Okay,
right.
first, say the sponsor, Fabi.
Fit Aid.
Fit 8.
No, dog, come on. You had the whole...
High Rocks
I mean,
PFT.
we're sponsored by Fit 8 and PFT. High Rocks.
Yes, but you had a whole line before we came in here.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did. You did it really good. Come on. Brought to you by...
Life Podcast brought to you by Fit 8.
Yes,
High
amazing.
Rocks.
And TrueMade. Life code Life20? Life20 for TrueMade. For food. Since we're going to speak nutrition. Oh my God, my voice is sexy on this thing. Wow. All right. Well, welcome, guys. This is our first time. Thank you, Director Jessica, for having us. This is to my left, my man Fabian. To his left, Coach David. This is going to be our first podcast. We're going to talk about nutrition. First, we are going to talk about the challenge. All right, so we just did a nutrition challenge at the beginning of the year. All three of us participated in it, and we're going to talk about the pros, the cons, and what we thought about it. So
And the prawns.
and the prawns. What are prawns?
Pros and cons.
So all right, let's start with Fabian. Fabian, what you got? What were some of the pros that you got on this?
The challenge?
Yes.
Coño. The pros. Getting fitter with my bros.
Okay.
This guy's rapping.
You want to talk about results?
Yeah, whatever. You got it. Go ahead. Let me know what you thought. What was good about it?
I think I dropped 11 pounds body fat mass.
Nice.
My muscle mass went up 7 pounds.
Good.
9 pounds. Yeah, so it was good. Within like 6 to 7 weeks. So that was a pro. Con, I don't really have a con. I mean, it was a good comp or a good
Challenge.
challenge. Seeing who came in first, second, third. Jess killed it. Our manager, social media manager, Jess, came in first place for the chicks. Carlos came in first place for the dicks. And
We'll blur that. We're live. So
Hit the beep. Beep, beep, beep.
too late.
no, it was good. It was a good challenge. It was good.
Yeah, it's a good challenge. Pros, I'll speak in general as far as pros is concerned. I think it helps people who don't really follow any nutrition or do any kind of nutrition have a base for nutrition. It kind of teaches them how to eat and what to eat, amounts to eat, carbs, proteins, fats, macronutrients, micro. It just kind of gives people a base. For the challenge, it was a little aggressive for some people. They were eating a lot of lower calories than they're used to eating. So maybe that's a con, but we try to inform people that it is a challenge. It's supposed to be aggressive. And the pros is what you get out of it at the end is trying to learn to sustainability and how to eat properly and things you can eat and not eat and just living a healthier lifestyle in general. I feel like I'm cutting in and out.
No, you're good.
Help people learn about their macros.
Yeah.
That was a big pro, especially people that have never done pros before or macros before. It's a good step.
Yeah, it educates. It educates you on the what fats are for, protein and carbs, right? Like it's not bad to eat fat. It's not bad to eat protein. It's not bad to eat carbs. You just got to know what amount, what works for you, balance it, and what important our body is our health. So for me, the pros. So I did a little research on my own. I Before the challenge, I was 14% body fat, and right at Halloween, I said I'm going to not count any of my food. I'm going to eat whatever I see. So like we started at Halloween, so I ate all the candy that I saw.
Seafood diet.
Yeah. Yes. That's a good one. I like that. The seafood diet. Yeah, I see it and I eat it. I was drinking, just living life, I guess, to the fullest.
Like the average American.
Yes. And so the end of that study, I guess you want to call it, was at the Christmas party when I got shit bad drunk.
Nah, just a little bit.
And
Just a little buzz.
I came in that week and I did my in-body and I went all the way up to 22% body fat. And my, in the in-body, if you guys can see this, like here you have a D. No, you can see it. We'll show you the picture later. So it went all the way up to an I, where we don't want in the in-body we don't want to be a C, because the C means that we're
That's crazy.
in the obese.
So you almost went into a C. Huh?
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's where I live, baby.
I got to an I, which is like you want to be. That's the next, obviously your minimum, and then I lost my D. Yeah.
That's not good.
Nope. It's never good to lose the D. So after that, we started the nutrition challenge. I took it serious. I made very crazy, not crazy, I would say aggressive choices. And I cut out alcohol completely. And I cut out any processed sugar. So at first I wasn't going to have even like carbs that have really fast sugar, like grapes, pineapples, stuff like that. I wasn't going to eat that, but then I gave in. I ate grapes. I usually eat grapes right before working out to help my workout. But yeah, then I did all sugar, cut out all that, and the end of the challenge, I went all the way back down to, so it took 3 months to get to 22%. In the 6 weeks, I went back down to 15%. I reclaimed my D. I got my D back. And I also gained muscle. I gained 4 pounds of muscle, I think. Yeah, 4 pounds of muscle, lost 11 pounds of fat. So that's the pros, and then the cons are like the people were saying that it was hard, that they were hungry, and then I had Jess talk to me, and she was like, "Yeah, it's a challenge." And at first, you don't really think about it, right? You just, we're doing a nutrition challenge. We don't really go and think, yeah, it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be. It's not because we do it every year, because we do this, that it's supposed to be easy, that we're going to not just go through it, 6 weeks, okay, we're done. So that was a good point that she brought up, and it hit me hard. Like, yeah, people need to understand that it's hard, that the things that we got to do to get through it are really hard. And after that, then you can balance it and then do it again. Balance it and do it again. So I think those are the...
Correct. And it's not even just that it's a challenge. It's that when you're doing the challenge, you're eating in a deficit.
Yeah.
And usually when you do 6 weeks, it's not a long time. So you're usually in a pretty semi-aggressive deficit, which you put us in. So you're going to feel hungry. Like feeling hungry is part of it. That's normal.
Yeah.
So I think some people got a little discouraged because they were like, I'm just too hungry all day.
Yeah.
And that's a normal feeling when you're eating in a big deficit.
Exactly.
And I think that was hard for some people to understand. But that's it's a con, but it's kind of one of the pros because it's teaching people like if you're eating, even if you're eating in a little bit of deficit, like there's going to be times where you might be a little bit hungry. That's normal.
Yep, yep. And even Jess told me that was a moderate deficit. That wasn't even a hard because I want to get to 10%. And I was just talking to Javi from TrueMade, and he's like, well, you got to go down to 1,800 calories.
Yep.
So I'm like, holy shit, which I am not on purpose, by mistake. Right now I'm at 2250, and I've been eating remaining calories on my macros. I've been anywhere between 500 to 450 are remaining. So I'm eating that already.
Yeah.
But it's just like, and I'm hungry.
I was having this conversation with Nat the other day that when I eat to get down to like 10% body fat, I usually eat like 1,600 calories. And we had this conversation because one of the ladies that was in the challenge, she was at, I think, 1,650. And I was like, that's really not that aggressive. I was like, I eat that when I'm in like a 30+% deficit.
Yeah.
I'll eat like 1,650. So those are big deficits. That's normal, you know, if you're trying to get to a certain goal.
Damn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's what I ate yesterday. 1650.
Yep. So that's the goal. That's my next goal for me to get to 10%. I had in mind to get all the way down to 5, but I don't. Everyone tells me don't do it. We'll see how I feel when I get to 10.
5 is like
skin, bones.
Yeah, and I didn't want to. I don't want to do like live at 5%. I just want to touch it and get out.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Snap it and get out.
That's what I did with Sevan.
Just a challenge, right? Like
I mean, you'll lose
something
some,
to look forward to.
What percent body fat are you at right now?
15%. So my next goal is 10. From here is 10. And then after that, because Javi told me I should be a really good body fat to be at 13%. 20%, you're like fit, you're good, you feel amazing, you maintain it. It's a very nice, like, I guess, baseline. Yeah.
And what'd you hit during the challenge?
15. Yeah. So now these 6 weeks, I maintained it. I stayed anywhere between 15.2 to 15.6. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah. Now I'm back. I'm back to cutting down. But yeah, no, it's big stuff. All right. Anything else from the challenge, guys, that you guys want to share? Like, I'm very proud of all the members that did it. We're going to do something soon again. We're gonna do something soon again with it. We're trying to figure out what. My goal as a gym owner is to push the nutrition first, because from all the people that did nutrition, you didn't have to do any extra programming for pull-ups, extra programming for weightlifting, extra programming from running. You did nutrition, and that got all of those things better. So our goal is to try to get the whole gym to understand that, inform you, educate you on that, so that we all get accountability and do it together, right? So that's what we're doing this.
I mean, it's the base of the CrossFit pyramid.
Yep. It is at the base, yes, of the CrossFit pyramid. So like a lot of people think of CrossFit and they just think of the fitness part of it. CrossFit, the creator, Greg Glassman of CrossFit, the first thing he put there was nutrition. And before anyone came to his gym, the first thing he talked about was nutrition. And then, right, like if you want to get healthier, more muscle, less body fat, no chronic disease, it was nutrition. Then when somebody's like, okay, now I want to get to work faster on my bike, now we're going to talk about CrossFit. Now I get you to do the programming for that. But before it was always nutrition, and that carried on and got people better at everything, you know? So that's our goal. All right, anything else, boys? We're good? All right, next topic. It's a hot one. Everyone talks about it. If you follow Andrew Hiller, he actually did the whole thing himself. But it's drugs in the space. So we're going to talk about what we think about it, what they are, a little bit. Not too much, because disclaimer, we are not doctors. We're just we're doing this by experience and the experience alone. So we want to make sure that we understand and people understand a little bit of what's going on out there. So, what do you guys thoughts? What do you guys think of drugs in the space? Pros and cons, same thing. It's cool. They listen. Everyone has different opinions. Different. Nothing is right or
Correct.
wrong. Right? Like yeah,
Correct.
it's just different opinions on the matter.
If we're talking pros, I guess we're talking about people who maybe are obese or need the drugs, and maybe that's just kind of like a kickstart to kind of help them get to where they need to be, right? To drop weight rapidly. I'm not for it. I'm not big into it. I have my own thoughts, and I'm big into like placebo type effects and all the side effects and all that stuff. It's in the space. People are gonna do it. People take it. But yeah, I mean, if you need them, take them. I guess I feel like you don't need them. I feel like if you work hard and you do your nutrition properly and you come to the gym 4 to 5 days a week, that's enough. But they're going to be in a space. People are going to take them. But that's my 2 cents on it.
Love it. Bobby?
You're talking specifically about Ozempic?
All
Okay,
drugs.
yeah.
All drugs. I mean, any drug. Ozempic, any kind of drug.
Yeah, so real quick, this is fast so that you guys understand. Ozempic is a glucagon-like peptide, right? So we produce peptides in our gut system already to regulate blood sugar, appetite, digestion, all the stuff. This is just giving you more of it, okay? Then there's like SARMs, where our testosterone modified drugs, those are the ones that get you fucking huge, jacked. Those are that's the difference. So it's both. So like Ozempic, and those are glucagon-like peptides. They call GLP-1s. That's their scientific name. So go ahead. What are your thoughts, baby?
I would say that there are very few people that I've seen actually benefit from it personally. I guess they view it as like the magic pill to take to lose weight. But besides that, they're not putting in the work to work out, to eat healthy. So essentially what they're doing, they're still eating the same shit diet, losing weight because Ozempic or the GLP-1, whatever you want to call it, is suppressing your appetite. But you're still eating like shit. So then once you go off of it, the chances of you staying at that weight loss is very minimal. But again, I've seen people that have actually used it as a tool per se and have benefited from it.
Yeah.
Hard work.
Cool. So I can talk from my own experience because I'm on TRT, so I do take testosterone, and is from my own experience. All right, like when I could take testosterone, so my testosterone level could be 2,000, and then all my hormones, everything is out of whack. Or I could take testosterone so that my numbers right now is 900, and it's how I was when I was 21, 22, where you're at your prime, right? So that's how I do it. Very minimal dose, very you don't even feel it. I have 0 side effects because most people, like the doctor always asks me, hey, how are your mood swings, your nipples, are your nipples sensitive, all this stuff? And it's like, bro, nothing. And he's like, but how much are you taking? I'm like, oh, I take very little, point whatever 5. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, you're not going to get those side effects. You're just holding like a steady thing. I'm like, yeah, most people that go see him, they want to look big as fuck and all that stuff. So they take that, and then if you take too much of it, it's gonna make you have to take other things so that your estrogen doesn't rise and all that stuff. None of that I'm doing. I'm doing just the minimum to keep my hormone levels how they were when I was 22 years old. And then other than that, like if at the end of the day, I was on TRT when I was eating like shit and all that stuff. And if you don't, again, right, on TRT, that never stopped. I still gain 9% of body fat, and I was unhealthy. And actually, I guess if I was taking TRT, my muscle mass would have stayed the same. I dropped muscle mass. So the nutrition overtakes what the drug is supposed to do to help you out. So if you don't have your nutrition on check, anything that you take, like if you take it, the Ozempic and all that stuff, right? Like those GLP-1s, if your nutrition is not on check, you will, instead of losing body fat, you're losing muscle mass and bone density, right? Because you're not eating strong nutrient foods. So then if you lose bone density and muscle mass, you're, again, putting yourself in a position to get chronic disease, right? So like that's where you want to make sure that you understand all those things.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's an enhancer. Like, it's going to help you get to your goal quicker, better, look better.
Yes.
But it's on top of working out and eating properly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you eat like shit and don't work out and you take it, it's not going to do anything.
Nothing.
It's just an enhancer, so yeah.
I mean, what's her name, Jocelyn?
Jocelyn.
On the Sevan podcast?
Yes.
She brought up some good points. I guess, obviously, if you're under eating your protein, you will have low bone density.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's seeing that once people come off the drug, I wrote it down here, there's less metabolically active tissue. They'll eat the same amount as before. And then essentially you'll have more body mass with less lean body mass, and you'll end up in a worse situation than you were before you started taking those drugs.
Yeah, that's it. That's why it's important to follow do the in-body. I do it weekly now, but you could do it every other week, monthly. We have it here at you guys' services for that. The in-body tells you how much muscle mass and body fat you have, right? So if you're losing weight but you're losing muscle mass, that is not a good thing. You want to lose the body fat mass, not the muscle mass. Muscle mass, you want to keep it the same or stronger. All right. Any more thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's not viewing it as like a journey. Everybody's trying to get those results right now. So, I mean, that's across the board when it comes to everything, not just gaining muscle or losing body fat or, I don't know, the next whatever fucking goal you have. So lean into trusting the process, enjoying the process, and you'll get there.
Exactly. It took most of us years to get where we're at. Don't expect in 6-week challenge to reverse that, right? Give it at least that much time back, right? Working at that much time. Cool. All right, next topic we have is the dopamine effect in our body. So dopamine, as we know, is the happy. It's what makes us feel good. When if we do something, the reaction that we get from doing something fun, right? But it could be like
Scrolling on IG.
Yep. It could be scrolling on IG. It could be eating, right? Eating food. It could be alcohol. It could be working out. It could be lots of things. So the effect of it, I think, is how can we control that, right? Controlling how much dopamine we feed our body, because once we get a big hit of dopamine, you're going to have a downfall, right? And the downfall, if we don't control it, if we go too high on our dopamine, the downfall is too low. So then you're gonna have to go way back up again, and then you're living in this crazy roller coaster of emotions. Where like it could be with training, right? Like with CrossFit, we could go hard every day, and you go and then you feel like a burnout, right? Like you can go hard for like 2-3 months and you feel, oh, I'm kicking ass, but little by little, right? Like you're feeling great, you're feeling good, you're feeling good, you're feeling good, and then that dopamine effect, right, hits bottom, and you're like, dude, what the hell happened to me? I was dying, that's called the burnout, and it's how to control that. How do we keep it from going up and down so much? So in the Jess on the description of the video, she's gonna post 4 podcasts that talk about it. Dr. Vonda Wright, Dr. Anna Lembke, and Andrew Huberman. Those 3 videos are amazing, and they actually teach you how to do it. In the way in training, how I can talk about it is come to the gym every 6 times a week, but you cannot go all out all those 6 days. You have to pick days where you train a movement or a specific way. Like I know David loves doing where he trains, he starts slow and then finish faster. Also maintaining the same time domain throughout the whole workout. Working on doing one movement better that day only, right? Pick only 1 or 2 days where you're going to attack the workout. That's why we put the workouts out there for a whole week. So you guys pick, right? Like you guys pick whatever time you want it, and then we'll go from there. So whatever workout you like I usually do Mondays and Fridays because of the open, but sometimes the workout on Wednesday is like something that I really like. So I'm gonna attack that workout Monday instead. I'm gonna work on doing pull-ups unbroken, and that's it. Every other part of the workout, I'm just gonna relax. I don't care about it because I know that on Wednesday I'm gonna hit that workout hard, and then on Friday. So that's how I train, and that's how it works on the flow of the dopamine on that sense, right? Same thing works with eating, with all that stuff. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I always liked, ever since you told me that a few years ago, I always liked that concept of usually most people work out 4 to 5 days a week. Picking a day, maybe 2, that you're gonna you're going all out, like till the wheels fall off. And just those 2 days. And it could be whichever, you can pick a certain day or you could just do it week to week basis if you like certain workouts. Some workouts just kind of guide you there anyway. They're kind of all out kind of workouts. And then you pick one day where you're not going all out. You're just picking a specific movement, like you said, right? Like that's a good, right? Maybe you want to do pull-ups, get better at pull-ups. Workout house pull-ups, all right, you know what? I'm going to try to do, every time I get to post, I'm going to try to go unbroken. So that's your goal for that workout.
Yeah.
Then another workout is kind of like active recovery. So it's good to break it down like that. That's a really good way that people can kind of break it down so you're not kind of burning out in the gym, because that's a real thing too, burning out in the gym. You're trying to go hard all the time. Your body wears down, especially in CrossFit. So that's a really cool way that people can attack it. I kind of do that in a little bit. Like I'll take days. I don't do it specific day to day, but I'll pick days where I kind of go hard. I'll pick days where I'm kind of like dialing it back a little bit. If there's a workout where I'm like, I'm going to try to hold these toes to bars unbroken, or it might be a workout where I'm going to see if I'm going to go all out and then try to do the toes to bars unbroken. Like there's so many different ways you can choose to attack workouts.
So many.
Yeah, so that's a really cool concept to try to implement into people's the way they work out on a week-to-week basis.
Javi?
Yeah, I'm living it right now. There's at least one workout a week that has dubs, and fuck the dubs. Just this week, Natalie was right in front of me watching me struggle with my dubs and want to launch that rope towards the wall, towards somebody. But yeah, so I'm picking 1 day, 2 days out of the week that I'm just practicing on the movement. Also, I'm really big on
Imams?
Imams. Yeah, my boy knows. That's right.
Yes. Imams, Rich Froning invented those, right? A lot of people say that Rich Froning invented the Imams.
I don't know who
Thank you,
invented
Rich
it.
Froning.
I know Matt
Yes.
Frazier did 40-minute EMOMs.
Yes, but that was something that that a lot of people talked about. That Rich Froning invented imams, and I'm a little sad that we follow CrossFit Mayhem and they don't use it as often, right? Because they're a lot into now intervals, which I love because I used to suck at that shit. I used to like when every time I stopped working out and I had to start again, I would not be good. It was horrible. So it's something that we all need to work on. So me, from my personal thing, I loved it. I used to hate it at first, but EMOMs are amazing, and I wish they would put more of them in the thing. Hopefully, Rich Ronan listens.
I mean, my approach to the imams have been I pick a movement that I'm working on or that I know I suck at, and I mix it with a movement that I enjoy.
Yeah,
So in that way,
that's good. It's a good idea.
I'm targeting, trying to get better at that movement, getting under fatigue, but I'm also enjoying that next minute that's coming up. And then little by little, like, so I started with wall walks and toes to bars. So my goal was to increase the number of wall walks per minute, and then also my number of toes to bars per minute. But then I'll couple it with GHDs, or now I'm doing wall balls. So just yesterday I did it with Coach Jenny. 4 power cleans on 1 minute, then the next minute 8 burpees over the bar, and then 12 wall balls with a 25-pound ball. So my goal has been to go unbroken on the wall balls, and it's helped a lot. It didn't help today because, goddamn, those High Rocks wall balls sucked ass right after doing those wall balls yesterday, but it's been very beneficial. So
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly. It's just different. Like today, you had to do it 100 straight, right? But if you would have done this 2 months ago, it would have taken you like 20 minutes.
I'd still be doing it right now.
Yeah, right. So then that's how you see it, right? Like they still sucked. It was hard, but you're way better than you were a month ago, and
Right.
that's our goal: increase that work capacity. You know.
Work hard, create an adaptation.
Yep. Love it. All right, next one. I have this one: the power of saying no. Okay, how important and how impactful it could be. And I also have a pair with social media, the competition between that we have as a gym, competing against social media and TV marketing. Okay, so let me break it down real quick. So in between social media and TV, right? If we look at, let's go with Pepsi. Their budget for marketing in TV and social media is probably
Yeah,
trillions of dollars,
in the billions.
Right?
Sure.
Us here at LYFE, our budget is like $2,300,
$400.
right? That's it. So
$450.
So think of, again, being aware of that, right? That they're doing that out there on purpose because they know that you're watching. And us having the power to say no, right? Us having the power to say, no, I'm going to put my phone down. No, I'm not going to follow that person or follow that thing because it's going to make me want to do that, right? That's not going to help me with my nutrition and my diet. No, I'm not going to say yes to that show because it's going to not let me sleep and I'm going to skip the gym tomorrow, right? All these little things. So I have, before I quit sugar and all that stuff, I used to have, I had to say no 50 times before I went and I bought a Skittle. I used to love Skittles. Then it was Twix. I had to say no around 50 times before I got it, right? Now, I mean, I see that shit on the stores everywhere, and I'm human. I want that because, again, right, that sugar gives me a great dopamine feeling. It makes me feel good. But I learned that the word saying no gives me a greater feeling. I pushed, I said it no enough that now that's better than having it. So kind of like, what are some ways that you guys implement that, right? How can you implement it? What would you guys do? What is something that you guys, if you guys do it, what is it?
honestly, for me, I'm more of a cold turkey kind of person. I've never had any kind of implement where it's like say no, say no. It's like if I say I'm gonna like do something or stick to any kind of program or calorie deficit or I'm gonna cut out sugar, I just stop doing it. And I know that not everybody has that kind of willpower and stuff, but that's usually I'm just very cold turkey, and it works for me. Like I'm just not gonna do it, and I'll come in, I have coffee, I'll just have black coffee. Like I just won't put sugar. So yeah, I'm just more cold turkey, but honestly, for most people, the best thing to do is obviously not have it in the house. Like if there's things that you like, just don't buy it, don't bring it in the house. When you go to grocery stores, just stay on the outsides of the grocery store. Just things like that. Like definitely not bringing it into the house. If it's not in the house, you can't buy it.
Yeah.
Right. The only time you're gonna buy it is when you go to the store. So yeah, little things like that. Don't bring it into the house. Yeah.
That's cool. I saw at your house, you guys have something in the lock.
Oh yeah. Yes.
What was that?
So that's for me because I'm good at cold turkey, but my willpower is not great. Like I have good willpower, but sometimes I don't. It can fluctuate.
Yeah, yeah.
So Jess and the kids buy Oreos because they have a protein shake.
Okay.
In the protein shake, they put one Oreo, right? Which is
Yeah.
fine. They have their
Yeah, they
protein
count it,
shake,
of
milk,
course,
boom.
yeah.
They count the Oreo, boom.
Yeah.
So, right, they have their treat, they have their
Yeah.
Oreo. So, they bought a lockbox to put the Oreos in. Only Jessica knows the code. Only my wife knows the code.
Love it.
Kids don't know it. I don't know it. If we're in the room and she's got to open it, we got to leave. I tried to get the code. I couldn't. I'm glad she hasn't given it to me.
Oh, 777.
No, I'm sure it's something crazy. So yeah, but yeah, you could do stuff
1,
like
2,
that,
3.
right? Like if sometimes it's hard to like, cause maybe you're married or right,
Yeah.
and maybe your significant other is not into working out or nutrition, but you are.
Yeah.
That might be something that can help, right? Like, you know what, you're gonna have cookies in the house, put it in a lockbox. Don't give me the code, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't have that willpower, then that'll help you because it definitely helps me. I haven't ate one of those Oreos in months. So
it.
yeah, that's actually a good point. That can be
Great
helpful
point.
too.
I'm horrible. I mean, Natalie always push me. He's like, no, because they obviously we have kids, so I don't want to be the fucking dad that's like, no, you don't eat that shit or whatever. So I just let them be kids. And Natalie too likes her sweets and stuff, and I love my sweets. I'm one that I sit down, eat a whole tub of ice cream, whole box of Oreos, whole packet of Twix, everything at once. No holding back. So I wish I would have had a blood sugar monitor when I was doing that shit. My sugar, I mean, I would eat it and then fall asleep because of the sugar crash. It was so crazy.
Yeah.
So then Natalie told me, like, you have to have willpower. Like, what's your willpower? And I said, I have none.
Yeah.
I was like, I have none. And finally, like, when I started this new journey or whatever I'm on, I was like, you know what? Get all this shit. I'm going to fucking say no to it. And that's how I got the power of saying no. Yeah. That's how, but it took a lot of work. Holy shit. Like, a couple of times I grabbed things and put them in the garbage because I almost gave in. So that's it. It takes work. It's hard.
Yeah, my willpower is funny because like if I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go on a deficit and I'm gonna do this and I'm trying to get here and I'm gonna do it, and I do it, my willpower is great. Yeah. Like I won't eat. It could be in the house. I won't eat it. But the minute I'm not on my shit, I got it's all out. It's all out.
Yeah.
Whole roll of Oreos a day. If it's in the house, I'm eating it.
Yep.
So my willpower fluctuates if I'm on my shit or I'm not on my shit.
Yes, that's cool. Avi?
So, I mean, I'm either all in or I'm all out. There's no in between. So those are two extremes.
Yeah.
But that's where I live. Like I can't be okay today. I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'm gonna get back on it tomorrow because one day turns into two turns into a week. Little by little, as soon as you know, it's been 3 months, and you're like down to shit.
And that's a common problem that people should understand, right? Like if you're following, like your nutrition or you're on your shit, and you have a day where you eat bad, like that's okay. That's
Yeah,
normal,
yeah.
and it's okay if you have 2 bad days. That's
Yeah.
okay too. Day 3, get back on your shit, right? Like
Yes.
you're not losing a lot of progress. You're not affecting your health if you can get back on track and just eat normally. Like balance is okay. But yeah, I mean, I have those issues too. That's where I'm on. Like if I'm on my shit, I'm on it, and then I have that one day I'm like, and then now I'm not on it no more because now I just go off the rails.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing, you know.
But as of recently, I've kind of focused on hitting my numbers as far as macros, and then once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, I'll give myself a cheat meal. So, and it's not, you don't feel like you're overdoing it. And then what David was saying, when I am doing my groceries, I've tried to stick to the outside of Publix. So you have your meats, you have your cheeses, you have your eggs, your milk, everything in between. You have your cereals, your candies, your sweets, chips, your sodas. Soda, that's a big thing for me.
Huge.
Cherry Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Cherry Pepsi Zero.
Who was it? David, Paul guy, David Julian. He's a biker. His wife, she was, she loved regular soda. Obviously, went to zero, right? It's better than having the regular soda. And then one day, her husband goes, "What? Stop having it. Just stop having it for let's do it 3 months, not having any soda." Nothing zero, nothing carbonated, none of that stuff. She lost 20 pounds.
Just doing that.
Just
from
doing
the
that.
soda,
Yeah, even if it
wild.
was zero. And I was like, but it's zero. And he's like, yeah, I know. But I guess
That's where I believe in the placebo effect.
Yes, the
Chemicals?
placebo effect and all that stuff. Yeah, that was that. I was like, holy shit, wow, because it's 0 calories, right? Like you just basically drinking water. But I guess not only the chemicals in there, right? They affect
Your brain, your
the
body,
brain, the stuff, and
everything.
then what you're gonna eat, also what it gives your cravings for, right? Like if you're gonna you eat that Pepsi syrup, but now you have cravings to eat something else, that you're not supposed to. So I was like, huh, wow, yeah. So it was pretty cool when he said that. So I stopped that too. I stopped the soda. Yeah.
A big point you brought up earlier about the advertising, like Coke, and having millions or billions of dollars to advertise. Jocelyn mentioned it in the podcast with Sevan,
Yeah.
where they actually hire child psychologists,
Yeah.
kind of to present their product in a appealing way to children,
Yes.
so they can want that.
Yeah.
And she said that she's been behind that because she got her bachelor's in marketing, so she's been behind the curtain and seen how these big corporations work.
Yeah. And it works. They're doing an amazing job. That's their yes. It works. I mean, 70% of people have a chronic disease, so it's working.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job at it. Okay, well, little final things. I want to say that from this, and we're gonna do more. We're also gonna give you guys on Tuesdays an article from the CrossFit Journal on nutrition. Something on nutrition, and all the articles are given to you guys, so you guys can understand and have knowledge, right? Like our goal is to put you in the driver's seat of your health. So, and also I wanted you guys to be sincere and be like, hey, Carlos, I don't give a fuck. Like, I just want to come here, work out, and that's it. And I'm gonna leave you alone.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
love it.
listen,
That's it.
some
Yes.
people work out so they can eat whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, exactly.
And if that's how
it is. And then listen, I'm all for it. I got it. Cool. We communicated, right? That's relationship communication there. And then I'm good. I'm gonna respect it, right? And my goal as for me, and what I want to create for this community and the world is to give people longevity, right? Not only longevity where you're gonna live to your 90, but live into your 90 at full capacity, right? Where you can go and run, do the fun shit that you want to do when you retire. So that's my goal. But if you don't care, I'm all for it too. I'm here to give you a good time no matter what.
at least they'll have the knowledge.
Yes, and then also, yes, just give you the knowledge, right? Like when you make the decision, you make your own decision. So that's our thing. That's our goal. another thing that I took out from the podcast with Jocelyn was do the Monday thing. You know, everyone says, I'm gonna wait for Monday to start. I'm gonna wait for Monday. I'm gonna wait for Monday, right? Always says Monday. I don't know why, but Chip made it really good. Do the Monday thing for a really long amount of time, right? Think every day is Monday for a long time because discipline and consistency, that's our motto for being athlete of the month here. You do those things and that over trumps everything, right? Like everything that, and you can do whatever you want, but if you do a Monday every day, you're gonna be fine. So think of that. Also, I believe that as a CrossFit gym, we have the cure for most chronic diseases, right? So like our goal is to make Q Live into United as a full capacity. 7 out of 10 people in the world, not in the world, say in the United States, die from a chronic disease. Chronic disease is something that you gave yourself, an optional disease that happened because of
Lifestyle.
lifestyles. Yeah. So we, through nutrition, exercise, and mindset, want to help make that better. And we want to also let people understand that, right? Like we think of like all the charity events and all the things and all these foundations and all that stuff, right? That they're trying to cure cancer, they're trying to cure diabetes, they're trying to cure this. We have it. We do that every day in here. And we're better than those foundations. We're actually doing and giving you guys the knowledge so that you can not be a statistic, be in the other side, right? So that's that.
People go
Anything
into,
else?
yeah, talk about it. You always talk about it with me. Your body is the greatest machine.
Yeah, so this is more of I always tell Fabian, so think of a sick person, right? They don't just go and die. Let's do it this way. Think of a car. Very simple. Car, if you put oil in the gas tank of your car, or you put water where the oil is supposed to go, right? Think of the most expensive car in the world. Some fucking Ferrari for $1 million. You put any of those liquids in the engine, it will die instantly. Done. Our body, every time we eat sugar, eat whatever, overeat, mistreated, do all that stuff, we're doing that to our body daily. And our body still is able to withstand that for 70 years. Now that's the new dying age in the United States. It just dropped from 80 to like 70 because of how sick we are. But think of how many years it withstands abuse, right? In the same way, if we give it nutrients and good protein, fats, carbs, is 1,000 million times better than a Ferrari that costs $1 million, because it combats all those chronic diseases by itself. Your body just needs to be balanced and doing the right things, and it combats all of that stuff. So yeah, that's the human body right there. It's amazing. So a couple more things. You want to make sure that you have muscle and bone density. It is our health savings account, right? Like if you want to save for retirement, our retirement for our health is muscle and bone density. After 30, I think you start losing 1% of muscle.
Yep.
If you don't do anything, right? So think about it. After 30, so by the time you're 50,
Lost
30% of muscle, or 20%
20%.
muscle gone, right? And that's what creates osteoporosis.
Yeah, my boy.
Right? So another
B plus, B plus.
another chronic disease that we have the cure for, right? You know, a lot of people fall, break their hips, older people that have this disease. 50% of them die because they can't recover from it because of the loss of bone density and obviously not having the muscle to protect it and make it function. So think of that. Another 3 points. I heard this in the podcast with Jocelyn. The top three. How do you say this? Societal epidemics. Lack of self-awareness, lack of personal accountability, and enablers. That I need a little bit more. What's in the enablers? What is that?
Someone that enables you to do something.
More. Tell me more.
Enablers.
How do you explain enabler? Like if you're drinking soda and I bring it into the house, I'm enabling you to do it.
Okay.
It's kind of
Like allowing you to do
like I just kind of
All right.
bring you along.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
All right. So those three things, I guess if you go the opposite of that, right? Be self-aware of the things that you do to yourself and your body. Knowledge, don't having all those things. Be personal accountable for your decisions. Don't blame anyone for what you're doing because it's no one's fault. And
Be able to say no.
yeah, again, be able to say no. And I guess stay away from enablers, right? Like be
aware of who.
be aware of where you're at, yeah, who you hang out with, and if you cannot say no to them, they're right, that they're turning you into something that you're not proud of. Make a 180 and go the other way. Yeah. Any other thoughts?
What you got, big dog?
I got nothing.
Yes, last one. I think with nutrition, a big focus should be recovery. I was talking about that with my rock, paper, scissors sister, Jessica Kiesel, yesterday, and I think we do a pretty good job warming up. We do a pretty good job smashing our bodies, working out, but recovery has, I think, obviously us as a gym and just people in general, they're quick, they come, get their workout in, and then they're out the door. That would be a good focus to stretch, go home, take an Epsom salt bath, sleep. Sleep is the best recovery you can get. It's the best steroid you can get.
Yes.
I know that's something that I've been trying to work on, trying to get at least 6 to 7 hours a night of sleep.
Yep.
So that's pretty big.
Love it. All right, guys. That's our first one. It's a
Look
wrap.
at that, dog.
Peace.
Later. Bobby.